John Nan Manalando Kamele Kamato Siasa Modowakamanyoko Nyolapo. So I will not speak much. My Aduma Jokisumo Katajo Nyakach, and I'm here as a friend of the family. Manemomia Biro Kaini. So I want to also join Mele in thanking everybody and the church. Momi Wabet Kagi Kube. Mele was my classmate at the university. Had I known, I would have done something to Nenelel or Nokonya with the record letter board. Goro, we are here because Justice Wakiaga was my classmate at the university. And Kanawana at the university, and we had a golf football club then. He just cheered me to become the university chapter chairman because he knew the conduct of Gor Mahia fans were not very pleasant to many then. Kareni knew he did not want to be the chairman because he knew one time he would want to be a judge, and if you are a Gor fan, they would use me sometimes to storm the stadium without pay. So I did not have a very good background record to be a judge. So thank you, Wakiaga. You've been a true friend, and sometimes many people change character when they rise to positions. The Wakiagas have never changed, and they are very good, loving people. I met Sammy Wakiaga, also was a good friend of mine, and it was not easy to determine who would be the MP in Mbekaden between Sami and Kajua. That story Mele was talking about when the ODM lot joined Baba and boarded the ferry. None of them knew then that the ferry belongs to Sami who they were coming to fight. And when we were heading back to Kisumu with a lot of them disappointed, I think I told some of them that if they did not like Sami, then they should not use that boat. So I think it is a great honor, and you can see we are seeing many great people here today. That is why we have our great governors here. That is why we have the PS representing the president here. In Parliament, I'm in the Security Committee, and I work very closely with the PS Omolo, who I happen only to have known when he was appointed the PS, and I was wondering, well, who is this young man who's been appointed from Homa Bay? But I knew his older brother, with whom we had done politics then as born in Karachuonyi and in Kisumu. So in the committee, we work well with Omola, and if anybody think any of us in ODM is against this appointment, then your thinking is misplaced. As in ODM, what we stand for is just fairness. And sometimes that unfairness can come from other sectors in the government. That one, you know, we will fight and stand against injustice. When you want to fight the judiciary for making reasoned decision, then as Azimio and ODM, then we will not work with you. So that must be very clear to us. We've seen one of our doyens, maybe the senior-most politician in Luoland today, James Aguirre. I don't think there's anybody living in Luoland today who went to Parliament ahead of him. Those who were in Parliament with him are resting with Jaramogi, a good majority of them in the kingdom and on the right side of God. So we want to thank everybody who is here. Jim, we want to thank you for coming. My colleague Otiende Amolo, you've seen all our friends who have come here. So Sammy, I want to thank you. And when I look at you here, I recall when I was being frustrated when I was serving as a town clerk. And one time I was thrown to Garissa. And when I got to Garissa, it was alleged I was supporting Duale then, who was fighting to be a member of Parliament. I was brought back to Nairobi. And during that time, life was a bit difficult. If you did not find Sammy Wakiaga in Nairobi, or met Majewa, who was then the mayor or Cyprian Aweti Yamawe, then you do not find your way. And some used to have very new 1,000 notes. If he gave you and you had not typed the notes, you would think it is 2,000. When you go to count, you will find it is 20 or 100,000. We still remember that. It is through you that I met our former Waziri Ken Obura, the young man, for the first time. So I think mother's breed has been good. The way you were brought up, some of the lives you've touched, Obura has now become an MP and a minister. This Oramachielone, Nyakach also became ambassador. He tried to be a senator, here he did not make it because that one sometimes it is difficult. And Baba is still there. We'll still walk that talk as Sorengo will tell you. So it is through you that you met this young man. I met them when they had just left the university. These days sometimes I see them flying choppers. So I think so Okadua the Mabor, because my seniors are here, the governor is here, and many Podwangi programs, Mokokora Broadwalk on who was my classmate. So now can Lelokama, but Gimange on a class to know Yombaga, nor yet Wakiaga Yomba class. Thank you.
Erokabano, thank you very much. Apani Asiromana Kamawacho, Nipias, Gomino, Wasiro Kakoganga. Gimalit Nwakende, Nino Poge Dide, Anyo Janane Parliament Mokaba. Samane Pokikawe, Nen one person. Toki Donya Rajadi to Poge Dide, one give one do be Nimono Duoke, obeyed powerful Kakanenja. Oknika Koro Biro Karwati Poge Dide, or Duoke obeyed Manakakanen Jonti. Adwanimo.